So going to the third game this time around, Valentino will be first banned by Team Flash.
Okay, so Valentina banned. That pretty much means that the Lucas must be banned from the side of Vanguard. The moment that you see that the Valentina ban, we want the Lucas.
I think you can pick that up for yourself. Remember, Hades used to be one of the ones that inspired the Lucas jungle in MPL SG.
It's gonna be a first pick Lucas though, if the Lucas were to be.
If it's leaked, unless Chip gets leaked as well. Also with the Fanny and the Harith. Phoveus, yep. So Phoveus, Fanny, Chip, and Harith used to be like in the ban pool for the first 2 games.
Oh, Kimi's taken out as well, okay. I think that Suyo, Lucas are still okay. King's Vanguard, they don't have the habit to ban either one of these heroes. So maybe look at some other opportunities. Since Bao did play the Mathilda, Mathilda is still a very good hero to ban, and in certain cases we have even seen Mathilda with very high win rates as well. So if they do not want JPL to play Mathilda, just ban out Mathilda.
I don't think they will sit on the Mathilda way too early, so the Fanny getting banned out right here works. Flash might ban out a Hayabusa if they want to repeat the same draft in the second game. Or just give over the chip. I think it might be interesting.
The chip. We haven't seen a chip in a long time, at least for MPL SG.
They played it in, I think, MPL ID, where they use the portal down the bottom side and the rest of the team goes like it's a backdoor play. It's a whole team backdoor with the chip. So that might be a popular pick as well. So right here, very big choices. Either the Lucas, either the chip.
Joy is a good ban too.
Joy might be a good ban. Then you open up both, giving one for themselves, pick up the other. I don't know if JPL plays the chip though, because he has a very specific play style.
Yeah. Open the map kind of thing. Jawhead.
Chip does it well, but like it's very committal, and you don't really have that much mobility as you would if you were a Cho, for example. Or even a Gato. Okay. Yeah, I would chip
team is picking.
Okay, Lucas it is.
And then on the other side, maybe Suyo Ranger or Suyo Jusin?
Joy.
Jusin?
Joy is fine. Joy Jusin is okay.
Because you're facing up against a tanky boy like Lucas. If you have a Jusin, you're able to just pull him up and just throw him away. So I think that might be a very good strategy if you're if he's just pummeling down onto you. But on the other hand, though, they want to pick up the Matilda for themselves right now.
What works then? Yeah.
Because they showed this, Flash kind of knows like, oh, it's on the table. They might be able to pick it, so it's sort of like mind games as well. We seldom see this this kind of background when we're in the draft. So Houston definitely picked up. They want to go for Matilda instead right from the start because jungle's already picked up. They're not gonna pick up the jungle anymore.
Is it really though?
Unless Diablo plays the Lucas though. Do you think so?
I will say that it's highly unlikely, but if they want to do that, they can. And why would that even happen, right? That means that Joy or Hayabusa will make sense the most for them to play that. And in what kind of situation do we want Joy or a Hayabusa over the Lucas?
Right now, Hayabusa work much better than the Joy because it is difficult for Joy to land all of the beats to the rhythm of Joy to hit onto Bao and onto Jusin. So Hayabusa might work much better unless you want to go for back to basics, go for the Suyo. But then again, you could pick up an Enchanter this time around as well. Gacha could always flex in the EXP side, or Diablo could always or Lucas could always flex in the EXP side, so there's a lot of options for Flash right now. The thing is, Flash has already covered their side lane split push method, which is in the Moskov.
So mobility might not be the problem anymore here.
Yep.
They do have got cross-map plays. Jusin might be the issue, might be a small little issue. Yves can generally be a pretty good pick for Flash if they would want to go and play that way.
Your team is banning.
Yves with the RWM plus AOG, generally I think that those are very good ways of controlling areas. But now with the Hylos out, Hylos could go EXP and very likely EXP. So having a CC to themselves or a Hilda for the EXP would make more sense, and Gatokacha go over to the over to the roam.
CC will work. But then who do you send to... Oh yeah, you got a Moskov already.
Yeah.
So I think they got that covered. They just don't really have a lot of sustain if things go awry, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But for King's Vanguard though, they do have a lot of options for the fighter junglers right now.
Banning.
Yep, the Yves will be banned out. Cortese plays a lean mean Yves as well. Now, Farsa might be good against HU Sin. And also, but no, because of the Matilda, it's easy to cancel the ult.
Yeah, it's a little bit different for Farsa.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing's for sure, the EXP laner needs to be a shredder. They need to put the Hylos in place. I mean, they don't need to per se, but mid lane. Let's take a look mid lane.
I think the Hylos can
Jusin.
juggle on the EXP side though.
They need a decent wave clear against
Your
Jusin
team is
versus
banning.
Matilda. They're not too afraid of wave clear actually for Team Flash.
Yep. But for King's Vanguard, there's something that they really need to worry about.
Loi is an okay pick here.
Loi for Flash?
Flash.
Oh yeah, one of the signature picks as well. I think they thought of that earlier on, so it will be a team fight pick-off kind of composition. But for now, I'm shifting gears over to like the gold lane.
Gold lane for
with
King's...
Luxionstein, yeah.
Okay, for Luxionstein. Is Granger available? Yes.
Granger definitely
Yeah.
available. Yeah, they thought about it.
They ban everything that I call?
Yeah, they ban everything you called. I mean, it's very simple to pick that up and very simple to execute. For that draft, I don't think they want to go for the Granger this time around, unless... Okay, so Flash might ban out Suyo over here, so leaving them with maybe an Alpha, but Alpha is a very huge natural predator of Lucas. You get a true damage burst onto the Lion.
Oh, you're right. Alpha jungle for Flash is still okay. Put the
Either or.
Put the Lucas in the EXP instead, because they need an answer to they need an answer to the Hylos.
Not a lot of shred damage though.
Your team
This
is picking.
here.
A mage bursty enough, but doesn't necessarily need that kind of wave clear potential. What else? Oh, what other mages are we looking at? I think might have to be stuck with a Farsa actually.
Maybe.
I feel that they might be stuck with a Farsa.
Perhaps. Unless you want to go something very crazy, you can go for a Lilia. Decent wave clear, decent... you can join team fights for high mobility, high rotations. KGV going for the Irithel once again, but this time around they have the Matilda on hand.
I think... Oh, this is actually a pretty tough draft to call.
Yeah,
Your team
especially
is
for
picking.
Team Flash, because right now they have options. Haven't picked up the mage and either or EXP roam
Yeah,
or
EXP roam jungle.
Suyo? Suyo Lucas? Yeah. CC. But then there's way too much damage. Not a lot of setups though.
I still kind of like Alpha. I feel that the Hylos might actually be a problem here.
True. Pick up the Alpha to...
Oh,
deny the
Selena!
Hylos. Selena might be interesting. I totally forgot about Selena's
Completely forgot
existence.
the
Yeah.
change to Selena. Selena is actually okay.
Yeah, the
Selena's
projectile
okay.
flies a lot faster.
Okay, so they decide to keep the Lucas
Your
in the
team
jungle,
is
and they
picking.
will keep the CC and have the CC in the EXP then.
Very huge
Okay.
gamble though. Very huge gamble.
Considering the fact that it's a skill shot hero for Selena, but they won't lose a lot of damage because the Abyssal Trap itself also deals a lot of damage already.
Gives vision as well.
Yep. And so I think that this still plays around the same way, whereby they kind of go for a eye for an eye kind of thing, whereby the opponent's jungle or the opponent's mage or mid lane is not that strong in wave clear, so we don't have to match it to be better in wave clear. We have the Gato-Kacha to wave clear pretty well enough. So we look into another aspect in this case, and it does seem like they want to go for the Selena for the Abyssal Arrow, and very good burst damage too.
Yeah, they've got the export last pick though for King's Vanguard,
Oh,
so
export.
it's very interesting how they want to play
Wow,
this
that's
out.
happy, yeah.
CC versus Xborg. As long as the Firaga armor is broken, I think CC will have an easier time, and the damage is not as much. I think Xborg and CC kind of works the same way. Just spam your first skill and pray that it deals a lot of damage.
Whoever deals most damage.
But CC has a lot more damage mitigation than Xborg.
And let's not forget that you cannot avoid the yo-yo as long unless you kind of walk out of the zone.
True, correct.
So
but you can always walk out of
Yes.
Xborg zone.
Correct. So that is probably the main problem. This is kind of like the skill issue kind of thing going on. So EXP very how do I say skill matchup.
Yes.
EXP is a skill matchup right now. In the meantime, gold lane it is what is that again? Irithel?
Irithel
and
versus
the
Moskov, yeah.
Okay, I think that Irithel still kind of lane bullies every now and then here and there. Right?
Yeah, depends on how you want to throw your combos, because it's very combo reliant. Your first skill deals like physical damage reduction. But you know, we'll see. Going into the final game of this series, I can't believe it's taken this long for this entirety of the game, but King's Vanguard actually putting up a very strong fight. Man, still looking at the Xborg jungle. So it's gonna be high loss in the EXP.
Xborg jungle.
It's been a long time since we saw this. A lot of true damage. You can take down the Lucas. You can have a second life as well. The only difference is King's Vanguard has an Enchanter this time also.
I'm actually kind of surprised that they went for an Xborg jungle.
Yeah, I thought the Xborg would be XP lane, and then...
There's so many other junglers that...
True.
Please. Yeah,
well, they might
they're
have
not
something up their
starving though.
sleeves. They might have something up their sleeves. They're cooking. Let them cook.
Let them cook. Let them cook. Okay. I'm gonna have to see though. We'll just see how that's eventually gonna go. But Vanix versus Liechtenstein, you can see that the Moskov is definitely having a little bit of a better time, considering the skill-based matchup. Katizi joins into the fray up the top side. Bao joins in as well. So this is really just momentum as well as pacing. Just move fast out of your lane, leave it to whoever that can wave clear fast. And in this case, JPL really needs to help in the middle lane as much as possible. Otherwise, you gotta have to choke out the rest of the members from King's Vanguard, which you can see. It's not exactly going to be the case. You can't exactly choke them out.
Nice arrow onto Bao, but they don't want to commit too early. I think Flash SG has learned from their mistake in game number 1. But Hades is actually farming a lot faster than how Nandes is. Rotations are in, the speed of kills are faster. I think Xboard has a little bit less of the jungle camp damage, but I don't think they want to fight any of this now. JPL pulling the turtle away as Flash SG sets up for this first throw of the game.
So that said, we do have King's Vanguard, most of them, if not all of them, except for the Irithel, is already around the Turtle's Pit and ready to go for some action. Now, Flash, they're gonna have to get the Abyssal Arrow down, right? Or they're gonna have to look for someone else.
Ooh, here comes Hades with the Unleash the Beast, able to take down that turtle. They set their sights up on the rest of the King's Vanguard member. Last Insanity will pop. Get first blood onto Hades as well. JPL next to fall down. There's 2 members down for Flash SG. They might be fighting a little bit too much than they can chew.
Yep.
The issue is Curtizi is not really present in a lot of these big team fights. If you're running a Selena, you can do sort of like pick off compositions, but when you have big team fights, it's going to be so hard for you to make a lot of impact in skirmishes.
2 for 1 then. This is currently 2 for 1. And we're just kind of looking at Super Ryan as being the only one that went down from the side of King's Vanguard. I think that's a pretty good trade for King's Vanguard. Is it really though? They lost the turtle. They lost themselves. They lost the high loss. In the meantime, they got a kill onto both Hades as well as JPL. I think it's equal. I think it's pretty equal at this point.
Diablo's caught in the crossfire. There's a big red target on his back. might be able to fall, getting pulled back by the Lantern as well, as King's Vanguard slowly seeping on top.
What's he doing there? That's my question.
He was just proxying the wave.
Okay.
So I think it makes sense because you want to alleviate the pressure up on the top side because the rest of Flash SG was on the top side. He wasn't expecting the Matilda and Jusin to come in so quickly. And that's the power of the Matilda. Just so annoying because everyone on the map, you have extra movement speed. If you have the Guiding Wind and the Blessing of the Wilderness in the rivers during the turtle spawn as well. So very difficult to deal with the Matilda. There's not a lot of lockdown except for the CC.
And just like that, 4 minutes into the game, and we're going to be looking at the turtle that will be back up in about 10 seconds-ish. King's Vanguard should have a pretty good lead up until here, and they should be able to continue on with some of these damage-based compositions since Walker Knuckle is playing as a Jusin. Oh, JPL almost catching onto Walker Knuckle. If you manage to catch that, that would have been great.
Ooh, topside
wow.
Vanix taken down. Luxury staying on a 1-1. The turtle getting spawned up. It's a 4-on-4 fight. SOD at the ready as well. You get AOG down on the mid side. The turtle down onto a 5th, a 10th. Hades will snatch that turtle up. JPL falls. It's a 3-on-4 right now as Hades just go in, unleash the beast. Getting everyone down low. Might not be able to finish the job as Hades falls to the hands of Super Ryan. The Jusin is right there to throw everyone aside and everyone array. It's Diablo next on the chopping block underneath the turrets as well. Bao is there keeping Walker Knuckle up and alive. They won't be able to catch Diablo, not for now, as King's Vanguard again loses the turtle. But in big skirmishes and big team fights, they are winning all of it.
Okay, this is just kind of trolly from the side of Flash. Honestly, this is not something that we see all the time, where they will overextend just to get a kill.
Nice taunt, JPL. Vanix picks up the kill onto Luxian once again. Not having a good laning phase this time around. Luxian staying 0-2 and 2. Able to crack down the top T1 as well. As Vanix, it would just slow hit from that back. Let the passive do the work. But the Hades, gonna push aside by Walker Knuckle. Misses the mark, but able to come back in once again. AOG on Super Ryan. The rest of Flash SG wants to go for more. Now they have Vanix in their possession. JPL falls. Super Ryan chasing down Vanix, unable to reach him just in time. Get that lock back. The Guiding Wind sends him back forward. This Flash SG showing some signs of life.
Scrappy. 6-7. Current scoreline, we've got Flash SG. They're actually just doing whatever they can to get pieces and scraps all across the map. And ultimately, I would say that King's Vanguard, they're still holding themselves pretty well. They are 2,000 gold under Flash SG. But if we look at objective-wise, we do have 2 of the T1 turrets that has been destroyed, up in the top and the bottom lane. While King's Vanguard themselves haven't yet gotten a single one of the T1 turrets from the side of Flash SG. So far, Flash gotten all the turtles. Those are great when it comes down to EXP. But when it comes down to gold, they can definitely get do a little bit better as long as King's Vanguard gets some points.
Nice AOG onto 2. Here comes Hades with Unleash the Beast again. Taking down 1. They're going for the second one. Vanix is there with the SOD as well. Walker Knuckle finally falls. And now Flash SG turning things around.
There we go. With a 4-man kill, 4-man wipeout over to the side of King's Vanguard, Flash SG will be able to get a free turret in the middle lane. They didn't even bother with the Lord right now. In fact, are they gonna ignore the turtle? Sorry, I think they have to. But yeah, they might be able to just ignore the turtle and just wait for the upcoming Lord. But Flash, they got themselves together and congregated together and just went for one player at a time. Very, very intentional with the way that they chose the targets.
Very good target prioritization. Couldn't say it better myself. It's Bao and Luxian staying desperately trying to hang on, take down that T1 up top. It is easier now that Hades is coming back up online. You're able to snowball that momentum. Super Ryan lays down the red carpet. TZ forced to use a flicker to get out of the way, securing that T1. SOD also goes wide, but they won't be able to join in that fray. Hades though, he comes in, Bao taking a lot of shots. A little bit too deep though, able to get pushed away. Mega kill for Hades, going for more. It's a double, making it a 3 as Super Ryan falls by the claws of Hades.
Maniac.
You got a Firaga armor going down as well as Hades takes it down. Lucas is popping off in this series. Triple Maniacs, all for the Lucases.
Look. I think that having that Lucas collaboration skin with Naruto kind of like there's like a pseudo buff going on.
Oh wait.
Are they gonna end it?
Yeah, but Luxian Stain, he canceled his recall. No recall for Luxian Stain.
Oh.
They might be able to see where they are. No, they don't check that bush. Golden's Pathway already laid down. Diablo getting caught out. There's a Crimson Beacon already laid down by Walker Knuckle. They took down Diablo, but the rest of Flash SG is safe. 30 seconds until Lord spawns up. King's Vanguard not giving up without a fight. 7,000 gold lead by Flash.
One good push. And that is that bottom lane that have been broken into King's Vanguard's base. And we are looking at quite a bit of lead. 7,000 gold lead at this point in time. Team Flash SG is pretty much happy with what they've gotten so far. And Hades with his own Maniacs, he's definitely working on it. Just gotta have to break that racket of a triple and double Maniac. We'll see whether we can get more.
Purify already used up by Luxian Stain. This might be the call to action as the back line. Hades is in a spot of bother. Unleash the Beast directly onto Walker Knuckle, able to use the Crimson Beacon to get out of the way, but Bandix free hitting from the backside, takes down 1, takes down 2, make it 3 as Walker Knuckle falls in the end. Abyssal Arrow won't hit its mark, but Bandix is here and he's not here to play. He wants to win this a little bit too deep underneath the fountain, but it will be enough. Not enough minions though. Lord getting spawned up. There's 15 seconds on the clock.
Top lane auto push, while the middle lane slowly going to go for a push, but actually in favor of King's Vanguard. Bottom lane, Bao is trying to get himself away.
Buying some time though. Time is bought and time is spent. Super Ryan cleared up that waves. Luxian Stain already back online. Flash SG making a beeline for that Lord right now. It's King's Vanguard just desperately trying to stay afloat. Good call by Bao though, but not sure if they want to be able to contest for this one. JPL already having that compromise down on that orange buff.
Well, all I can say is good call from Bao. They did manage to extend their lifetime and lifeline a little bit longer, but with the loss of the Lord for King's Vanguard, this will put quite a bit of loss advantage over to the side of Flash SG and see how much amount of gold they can realistically be able to get throughout this time period. Because right now, we're looking at about 9,000 gold lead in favor for Flash SG. A very big lead for 11 minutes game.
There's a 703 Moskov that we're talking about. Abyssal Arrow hits. Curtizi just being a nuisance. I think there's just an annoying factor for Flash SG, keeping them at bay underneath the turrets. The good thing is, with the Last Insanity, with the export, you do have a little bit of high ground advantage.
So, the mid lane and the top lane currently being pushed with a random Lord down to the bottom lane. It's Hades just going in, first one down.
He's got dissipated. Last Insanity will take him out. It's a 4-on-5. It's King's Vanguard healing everything back up. JPL getting pulled back, but Vanix's damage is a little bit too much to handle. Lord already taken care of, or should I say Madara, as Flash SG. They take what they can. It's only the T3 down the mid side. As King's Vanguard still staying alive. I think all that broke down was that Hades was a little bit too trigger happy. He thinks his damage is a little bit too much, and it might have been, but not enough.
So 12 minutes in. Does seem like Flash SG still couldn't find a breakthrough over to end the game. But at least what they managed to do is to get themselves the middle lane T3. The top lane T3 is still standing up pretty darn tall though, with the Lord coming up in 80 seconds in. King's Vanguard, all they gotta do is just reclaim themselves their own jungle and try to delay this game for a little bit longer. The more that they delay, the more amount of farm that they will be able to funnel over to the side of Luxian Stain in order to get himself a better case to end the game.
That's a very smart way to use the Abyssal Arrows. If you notice how Curtizi aims the arrows, is not to get a stun. It's to split up the team fights. Let the front lines go to the front. Don't let the back lines come in, because Curtizi does have the damage to take the back lines out, but he doesn't want to. It's just splitting up that team fights and getting that zone of control with the Selena. So very good work for him. 45 minutes till the Lord spawns up. What's the play for Kings?
Well, Kings, hunker down. They need to defend and ensure that their top lane T3 stays alive. The upcoming.
It kind of reminds me of like season 6 where
Season
like
6?
it was Vanguard hunkering down the base for like I think a good 10 minutes or so.
Was it?
I think it was way back.
We
in
might be able to see
2023.
that again. We might just be able to see that. I mean, Flash, they do have a lot of lead though, but it's not that big anymore. King's Vanguard, in fact, has been able to climb up, right? At one point in time, Flash actually had, what, 9,000 gold lead? That doesn't seem to be the case right now. King's Vanguard just slowly playing their way. They do have a very tanky beast of a high loss, and they also do have the last insanity that they can toss out from the side of Nandes. So even if Flash SG has been picking up a lot of tanky items for the side of Diablo as well as JPL, these heroes can still be melted down by the amount of heat that Xbox is able to dish out.
Yeah, looks like the Lord not being contested right now. King's Vanguard, listening to your recommendation, just hunkering down in their base. They do have superior wave clear when it comes down to base defense. And as the longer the time goes, Matilda will only get stronger, the healing factor will only get stronger, and King's Vanguard might be able to overturn team fights. The issue now is Flash SG, very high committal. You have the AOG, you have the Lucas, you have the CC. It's very difficult for them to fight underneath the turret. So I think the MO for this one, take down the T3 up on that top side and just wait for the next Lord again.
That would be the best case scenario, but of course, waiting for the next Lord, that will mean that the King's Vanguard will have the opportunity to contest for the Lord, because... Oh!
Hades doing a lot of damage. Luxon Stain almost gets taken out. Crimson Beacon already popped in. AOG knocks up 2, but it's not enough. King's Vanguard trying their desperate best to take down that Lord before anything goes south. The King's Vanguard just dashing back and forth, healing everything, coming back out as Vanix wants his eyes on that throne. We still got a minion left. You got minions waves spawning in. Shut down Vanix, and that is their call to leave. As King's Vanguard able to get another successful defense. Vanix down for 35.
Nandes is currently at level 15 now, so for the next objective take, this is a game that King's Vanguard can try to go for the steal. In fact, Curtisi, if he were to go down, it will be a very crazy stagger over to the side of Flash SG. But unfortunately, King's Vanguard could not touch that, but they are trying to go for even more stagger from the side of Diablo.
Diablo getting pulled back, Winter Crown just a nick of time, but will not be enough as Walter Knuckle has that range to take him down. Hades caught in a bad spot, getting seeked out by Nandes.
That's a 35-second stagger of the death timer. And now the Lord will be coming back up in 70 seconds, so at least Diablo can still be back in time for the Lord. Unless King's Vanguard tries to go on the offensive, try to steal away the opponent's river line and try to go over to the opponent's jungles as well, just to set up as a surprise attack to further stagger for the next upcoming Lord.
We're sleeping in 45 seconds-ish to the next Lord. It's been the third Lord this time around. They might have been able to wait for the 18-minute Lord for Flash SG to make an approach, but it looks like now things are... The storm is settling, and King's Vanguard, they are being a little bit more aggressive. We come to the point where economy does not really matter as much. It's who can sustain, who can out-sustain, who can outlast, and who can out-damage each other in these big skirmishes. AOG locked off all paths. Vanix getting caught out by Nandes though. JPL pulled back, but from the back line, Hades found an angle, found an approach onto Luxon Stain, but healing everything back up. He's gone down. Diablo getting taken out as JPL and Vanix running for the hills, running aside. You have to deal with the base, but looking at the purple buff, it does look like King's Vanguard has the upper hand if they want to take that Lord.
If we're talking just only about objectives, I would say that Team Flash definitely have got this game. However, we have come down to the point of 18 minutes into the game where gold advantage is no longer a thing. King's Vanguard, the moment that they find a single good fight and they manage to isolate one after another and even getting the Lord, I think that is just a single lane march down to King's Vanguard getting themselves the series victory.
Oh, everyone's here. Oh, they're blocking the recalls. Look at where Vanix is. He's going for the base rush. He's going for the back door.
Oh no.
That's Vanix. He might be able to do it though. He's got a glorious pathway. He's got the Matilda right there. Circling Eagle. Stopping him in his tracks. Vanix going down. It might be the biggest mistake of his life right now.
Vanix is almost there, but he got started. He goes down. But the main fight is still ongoing with Team Flash managing to bring Nandes down.
You're buying so much time. The Lord already taken out by Flash SG. No, it was
Wait.
Vanguard.
Vanguard got it.
Vanguard got the Lord.
They got the Lord. They defended their base.
It took down Banks for 30. This, oh man, this is very,
Holy
very close.
smokes.
Lord is actually marching down from the side of the Kings.
But they don't have luck to stay in. Neither do they have Nandes. They can force something here, but this will probably
have
be the
Hades.
demise of Kings.
We do have Hades with the Unleash the Beast. They want to settle that Lord first. The AOG blocking off Walls and Knuckle. Oh, nice little guiding wind just to get him away from the skirmish. It's King's Vanguard surviving again in this fight. Look at how well this has played out. You've got the guiding wind and the glorious pathway to make an approach over to Vanix, taking out the minions first before going for it.
Oh, but the sacrificial play from Nandes as well though. He stuck around and he made sure that he will be the one that makes 3 persons stay at the Lord Pit so that they can't just move forward. How important is that? Well, we can talk about that later because we do have Super Ryan and Bao trying to push the rest of Flash SG away. They're back at the stalemate. They're still going to be fine and dandy. Hades runs himself away from the brush and does seem like King's Vanguard have still got a pretty good foothold of where they are. Now, let me break down how important that sacrifice play from Nandes is.
Yeah.
The moment that King's Vanguard is it has managed to push Vanix away. Because they push Vanix away far enough, they will be completely out of position.
That's right.
The moment that Flash SG continues to follow after Walker Knuckle, that would just mean that even though they lost Vanix, they can still kill whoever that overextended, and that is just a pathway to victory because all the lanes are pushed out already.
Yeah, prio heroes, prio targets for King's Vanguard is just take out Vanix and you don't have a lot of damage because they can out-sustain this Hades on his Lucas right now at the 20-minute mark. Longest game we had today, 7 seconds until the Lord spawns up. But for Flash SG, same cannot be said. If you take down Luxion Stain, you still have a lot of damage from Nandes. You take down Nandes, you still have Walker Knuckle as well. So there's a lot more options for Flash SG, but it's difficult to choose. Now Lord spawning up, they need to be able to find where Vanix is because Vanix will be playing very sneaky this time. Bao gets his eyes on him. He knows where he is at this point. No backdoor play as of now, but Diablo having a nuisance down the mid side, getting sandwiched in by Walker Knuckle, sounding the horn, going for the charge in. Oh man, Diablo.
Man.
Pop the immortality though.
It's not out of the question for King's Vanguard to get a series victory though, as now we do have got JPL that's completely out of spot. Nandes even getting the kill down onto Diablo.
Oh,
Yes.
look at waves though, top side, SOD onto Luxion Stain, able to take him out. He got the winning wave as well. Encircling Eagle, able to just buy some time for himself, but Hades will take him out. Hades next to fall, Luxion Stain will take that one out as Walker Knuckle pops out the Crimson Beacon trying to chase Vanix away. Just two members down. Pouring in, Curtizi next to fall as well. 4 members alive for King's Vanguard, no bow, no problem. You've got Luxion Stain, they might be able to take down this Lord or go for the end. Man, what a turn of events, Abstract.
My oh my, series victory is literally teetering on a breaking point. It's either gonna be Flash SG or it could be King's Vanguard. It is an extremely tough game for King's Vanguard considering the fact that they do have a base that is completely is a barren wasteland. The SOD unfortunately did not land, so it would not allow Flash SG to go for backdoor, but the Lord goes to
Nandes. Nandes with the retribution.
It gotta be Nandes. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, they took down Vanix. That's 60 seconds that they're not gonna get back. You got the Lord as well. You have to defend without Vanix and without Curtizi from this point, giving them enough time to push the minion waves in. I think the Lord will come up in 5 seconds, so that's enough time for Vanix to, just stay put as of now. But this might be it, though.
Yo, no shot, no shot.
No, we might extend the game once again. What a banger this series was. Game number 3 giving us such a close match between an underdog and one team that was touted to be on top and the true kings of Singapore.
So what Team Flash SG is doing right now is to split up the force from the side of King Vanguard by having Hades all the way up to the top side and also have got Diablo at the bottom. So they do have 2 dominant lanes and completely ignoring the Lord. Once that lane has been established, they move back home, recall and deal with the Lord and the players all together.
You're gonna taunt up. Vanix is out.
Vanix in 3.
JPL taking a little bit too much damage. Immortality popped. Will get taken out though. Walker Knacker gets that kill. Vanix is out. He's back on the defense. Diablo trying to buy some time, trying to pull that Lord away. No minions as of now. Last Insanity will be used by Nandes. You have one minion, another minion wave coming in, but they are not targeting the throne. Flash is just not letting them.
They're not gonna do that so quickly. In fact, King's Vanguard, all 5 of them is still alive. They're just trying to push out the waves as much as possible. But
Just one minion, just one minion.
Single ranged minion is not gonna do anything. But for now,
Ooh.
cut Dizzy!
Oh, here comes Hades though, on the back line. He's got that immortality, living alive. But
Big
here he
boss!
comes, Vanix definitely trying to
HP
defend.
on the way!
It might be it though. Everyone's down low. What's going on? Oh,
There's no wave.
No
But the wave in
shot.
the top lane. That might work. That
One
might work.
Canyon minion is all it takes for this. Vanix taking a little bit too much damage from Nandes.
For the
Draga
three.
armor all down. Diablo
Cannon
buys some
minion.
time. Pushing out a big cannon minion as well.
Clear the wave.
Vanix is down.
Flash lost.
King's Vanguard
Oh my
takes
goodness.
the cake against Flash.
Who the hell is King's Vanguard again?
You know them. Now you know them. Man, came in here. New players, your face has been blocked. What a game, what a series. 25 minutes on the clock.
My original question was, where's Ricky? Oh, who's Ricky? Oh, who's King's Vanguard?
Who's King's Vanguard? They are the usurpers. The
Are they-
Kingslayers. Actually,
are they
yeah.
Are they playing around? At what point in time did they start to play serious? Were they playing serious all the
No,
way?
the defense all the way. Remember, it was the Season 6 back in 2023.
Oh man!
Yeah, MPL SG Season 6.
Oh, they were
where
crowned
they
4th place, right?
Yes, they were crowned 4th place. They kept defending all the way to the very end. That was their modus operandi from the start as Vanguard, and now crowned the Kings. They taken down the true Kings of Singapore. Flash SG touted to be one of the top teams, but they struggled so much in this game.
Oh man!
This is the Enchanter
This-
meta. That's what I'm telling you, bro.
Oh man, this is ugly.
This is 21 to 21.
24 minutes game.
Oh, man, I don't even see like the. I don't even want to see the economy because it just does not matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
All the items that are missing, there's just selling items, buying back items,
sell buy, sell buy, sell buy.
sell buy, sell buy. It's like a stock market
Oh yeah, that's true.
back in their
Yeah.
POV.
Bull bear, bull bear. Sorry, bull Ricky, bull Ricky.
But man, I never expected this, but super huge props to KGV.
Damn.
It's like we just ran a cardio.
Oh yeah, I think so.
A little bit, huh?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty much equal to running a treadmill. Oh man, Flash losing the first series of the day?
They do have another series at the end of the day. KGV is playing again later on, the immediate next match after this. They have the momentum to go through with this.
They're, okay, so KGV, they are going up against... Who is that they're going up against? Let me take
You know, I'm gonna you hold your thoughts a little bit, but I do want to
Okay,
say,
I saw
like,
it.
man, I want to see their faces so bad in Bukit Panjang.
Yeah. I think that they're gonna be loud, dude. They're gonna be
Dude.
loud,
But
so
without Nick
loud.
Stain, though, who do you think is gonna take the cake of the main taunter?
The
taunter of the team.
Lakshan lah. It's definitely gonna be Lakshan, right? He's definitely gonna be the next person that's louder, right? But throughout all this game, take a look at the statistics and so on and so forth. We do have Walker Dackle 29% damage to heroes, 29%.
29%.
And-
Walker Knackle.
Yeah, Walker Dackle is actually.
Actually, it rolls off the tongue.
rolls
Walker
off the
Knackle.
tongue, Yeah,
Walker Knackle.
Walker Knackle.